Let's see. I want to start. Top of the morning, Mr. Jonathan Schaefer. Just want to see it take these lows. That's what I really want to see. And I'm just trying to determine whether or not that's um, a realistic expectation at this point. I change that, get it out of my way. And if there's anything you guys want to look at, let me know because the ones that I had sort of had in mind today are, well, they're not in my favor. Is it going to take this low out right here? Hold please. Yeah, I don't. Not what I was expecting for today. Really, not what I was expecting. Um, as soon as I seen, really, as soon as I'd seen this yesterday, just this inability to kind of crack these highs, I was like, let's come down and take these guys out and for another long. Um, but structure kind of flips right here and has not turned back. Has not turned back yet, which sucks because I don't like the idea of longing here. Let me see. But I'm just gonna get some of these things out of the way. They're too much. They're too much. I mean, I guess. Oh, I suppose there was some decent risk to reward in that. I was thinking, no, I mean, there isn't anymore. That shit gone, man. That shit gone now. That shit gone now. But if I was fucking, if I had the nerves of steel in a quick draw action, maybe. Doge, dude, I'm all in for that. I haven't done Doge in a while. Yeah, I think that's probably a decent move, Jonathan. Good. Glad the stream's looking smooth. I took it off of 4K. Took it off of 4K. Put it back to whatever 1080p or some fucking something lame. All right, let's go look at Doge. What's this thing been up to? Oh, that's kind of weird, isn't it? That is kind of weird. So that was an obvious short. Um, the weird thing is, I don't. What is that low doing right here? I mean, What are you doing here? What are you doing, buddy? That is odd. Boom, 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 boom. So we're putting on this internal break right now. The weird. See, the tough thing for me about this is you definitely had a Model 1 distribution up here, right? And so you're still under bearish market structure on this. There's just no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Breaking out of this kind of area here. It's rough. It's rough. But let me just start getting some stuff on here. So let's get that etched out real quick, and then let me hop up in time frames and see what we see here. So weekly, no. No, I don't want an anchored VWAP there. That's not what I want. I probably have to turn on some tunes. It's too quiet in my head. Way too quiet in my head. Yeah, so that's generally this is generally my worry about that thing is having topped the way that it did, and then coming back in to test this area concerns me. But um, having said that, I don't know if it needs to come from here and come all the way back down to here or something lower like that. I don't think that necessarily has to happen. Nah, it really doesn't. Um, what would be ultimately cool? There's a couple of things I have in mind here. There's a couple of things I have in mind. One would be to actually get a significant retracement out of supply and blow out the other side of this range and then run it back. So that's an interesting one. Now these two 4-hour candles consecutively together, just purely vertical, coming up above this high right here. That is a shitty looking arrow. Get your act together. There we go. Makes me very hesitant to want to short into this. It does make me very hesitant for that. So that this is one down here that I would be interested in. Is that not a okay? I want that button. Do I want that button? No, I want this button. Um, that's one down there. We'll see if there's anything more immediately that makes a little bit more sense though, because I feel like there was. Feel like there was. Okay, yes. So right underneath us, as we're inching out of this little internal range right here, we leave behind this 12-hour order block with imbalance. So let's get that marked. That is a pretty logical thing. This trade here would be like just be really cool if it happened, but it's a little bit of a long shot. It was just kind of the first thing that came to mind. All right, so we got your order blocks inside of. Okay, brain, come on, buddy. I need you today. Let's do this thing. So you have this internal range here. This guy right here. Okay, you have that one right there. We are breaking out of that internal range. Now that is not, to me, it's just not a more strong signal than what we have up here. This is the strongest signal that I have on the chart, and that signal indicates a lower high for a lower low. That's what it indicates, right? Having said that, I'm willing to play the devil's advocate and go, okay, well, what if that isn't the case, and what if we're actually going to come take that high out, right? So in that circumstance, So there's two general thoughts I have on this. One is the lower high for the lower low. I can't it's on the chart. So the lower high for the lower low is absolutely on the charts. That is definitely one. Now, in the event that we are not destined to make a lower low, but instead destined to make a higher high, well, we have built some internal demand right here. And inside that demand, you have two 12-hour order blocks. Let's get some price labels on here. And so can we get some turbulence out of supply and get back into one of these guys for a long and set a new high? Those are that's the so obviously I've already covered the short on this. And we'll refine this a little bit here in a moment. But then longs for me, these are all areas that I'm going to be watching, and I love trading some Doge, so I am going to set some alerts on this. I'm going to set one here at this 34 cent. No, 12-hour is not going to work for me. Let's get down to maybe the 30-minute. Boom, and let's go boom, and let's go once per bar, boom, and I think that's probably the only alert that I'm going to, no, you know what? I should have done this line up here. That's what I should have done. So I'm going to do that one instead. What is that? 35 cents, right? Okay, so we're on a 30-minute time frame. Get back down to, let's go to the 3. So as we start to interact with this area, we build a little bit of a range right here. Let me just use a horizontal line for this. Boom, got a little bit of a range going. So if we can, just slightly come up above this and come back down and break this low, then it's time to watch the structure as you flow back down into these areas and see if something is going to flip on that. Yeah, and I mean, because the higher time frames do read the potential of a lower high, like a larger time frame lower high out of this area. We'll just remind everybody, right? A larger time frame lower high. Then yeah, this does not quite have everything inside of it yet that I would want to see for a local top. But I mean, like, it could develop like one more run on the high and a break of the low. And I think you could entertain shorts on this thing. A range up here where we come here, and then come here, and then break the low. That's going to start to look like a 1, 2, 3 distribution, some small sort of distribution to head back down. So for that reason, I think this is where I do want another alert. I'm going to have another alert at 36, 545. Throw that on once per bar, and I'm going to just to see if we can actually establish some manner of range in here, and lose that range. Yeah, I'd like to be aware of that. I would like to be aware of that. Yeah, then we'll back out to like the 30-minute time frame and just remind ourselves here. Essentially looking for yeah, that's one, and this is another, and obviously the one on the bottom. I don't know why I have the little position tool over here, because I think this is the least likely of the longs. Yeah, that's the least likely of them. These ones here are far more likely. This is like your decisional point of demand right here, and that's like your extreme point of demand right there. Coming all the way back down to this range low after breaching that range is the less likely option. It's the more, it'd be freaking sweet, but it's the more It's just not as likely. And let's see who I missed in chat. Joe Fisicato. Oh yeah, I didn't miss you, but I didn't say hello. And fine, top of the morning. And G Corp, get about it. Anthony Soprano, what's up? Um, well, I'm glad I look. I just wanted to stream, and I'm glad I look good on your 4K monitor, but I don't think the stream is pumping out in 4K. Um, I don't think it's pumping out in 4K. Did I? Is it? Is it? Let me go on my settings real quick. Video. Nah, bro. Nah, bro. Nah, bro. Nah, bro. We pumping 1080p. I wanted to get a better resolution and get some. Whatever. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. All right. So that is that's Doge. That's Doge. That's Doge. I don't think I have anything else for it. Don't think I have anything else for it. I'm going to put one more line on it though, because I do want to mark the bottom of that. I think it was a 12-hour, I don't know, whatever time frame that was on. Irrelevant, don't care. It's just the where this inefficiency is right here and that low right there. I just want that marked, because that would be, to me, that would be the most ideal scenario for the short. For the short. Okay, there's Doge. There's Doge. Anybody got anything? Anybody got anything else? Anything happening on Bitcoin? Please come back for the lows. There was a little something else I'd noticed recently. I thought was a little bit odd, and it's this behavior of like, and I'm sure you guys have all noticed it, where like price is trading in this range and then blows the top and the bottom, and then it's trading in this range and blows the top and the bottom. And then there was another place I'd seen it, kind of here even, where it got real wonky. Um, those to me are little signs that the market is trying to deleverage. They're trying to, it's trying to knock leverage out of the market right now. And the only reason I could think of that, or the only reason, the proper English, what does proper English sound like? Um, it raises my hackles, if you will, on potentially something large happening in the spot market soon. Whenever I see the market deleverage like that, I'm like, are we gonna? Is there something about to happen in spot? Is spot trying to get all the leverage out of the market? You know, it's like the market makers trying to get everybody out so that they can run a big spot play. You know, kind of like the last time I had that vibe, to be honest, was this. Now that's on a much higher time frame there, uh, but I don't know. It's just interesting. So whatever. I'm on here. I'm talking. So I'm just going to say what I think is interesting. That's all. All right. Uni. Yeah, let's take a look at Uni. Boom, boom, boom. Uni, where are you? No, see, I don't think it's. I think this is Unify or something. No, that says it's Uni. Uni USDT. Let's go out to the daily and let's see what we got here. All right, start cleaning some of this stuff up. So price did end up achieving overall where it should have. Yeah, did the thing it was supposed to do, right? Yeah, did it. Done did it. After let's see, let's zoom in here. So after touching that high, we come up, we set a lower high, and then we come back down for some sort of mitigation, and now we're kind of trading out of there. As we come back down on that wick, we tap into this daily order block right here. And looks like we don't go more than halfway through it, which is good. That's always the way. I prefer that too. That's not what I want. I want this thing. Yeah. Like that, like that. So I like where the low is. Do we have any really interesting resistance above us? Probably time to drop time frames. A little bit, little bit, little bit. This does look pretty good. This does look pretty good. It kind of has a little bit of that same sort of problem that I was talking about on what was that Doge, where if you're looking for lower high, lower low kind of thing, this is approaching the area in which that should occur. Um, but I'm going to give this one some saving grace here. Right? I'm going to give it some saving grace in a minute. I just want to see, feel like there's something above us that we need to be aware of. And it's going to be this 12-hour order block right here. Okay, now for me giving it the saving grace, I'm gonna forgive this awkward low down here, right? And now that low wouldn't have been nearly as awkward if it had well, hey, whatever, it's fine, it's fine, it's fine, it's fine, no big deal. So the low comes down, comes up, breaks your 15-minute structure there, hits back into this supply right here. And then it starts to range after that. But what I like about this is it took the bottom of the range 3 times, at least 3 times. So you set a high, set a low, get on there, you little dimwitty. Set a high, set a low. That low is not get, dude. What is your deal? What is your deal? I want you on the goddamn wick as always. Okay, okay, there we go, there we go. Now we're working. Now we're working. Yeah, so set a high, set a high, set a low. That didn't quite take the high, did it? Well, it's just gonna have to be close enough. And I'm on Bybit too. Oh well, anyways, takes the low and then takes the low a third time. Right from the tip of this low right here. Are we gonna do this again? Is this what we're doing again? Okay, boom, boom, over. All right, over, boom. There you go, sniped it. So this in and of itself for me gives me that kind of what I wanted, close, but no cigar. Gives me the 1, 2, 3 model 1 reaccumulation. Its target is here. That's like its immediate target, which it's hitting. Like that's going to be happening today. So this does look pretty good. Because of the presentation on the bottom of this range with your 1, your 2, and your 3, be very happy to look to this as demand. And here's where then we're going to start finding a place that I'd like to trade it. It's unfortunately probably a little ways in the future still. Yeah, it's probably a little way in the future still. So ideally what I want to see, I can't really long it here because I still have this range and it is in the absolute premium of this range. So I can't long this asset here. This low has a job to do, and its job is to take out the high that created it. We're about to find out if it's any good at its job, but I need to see that it's good at its job first, right? Until I've seen that it is effective at its job, I just can't trade it because though it has a job to do, it can fail its job, and if it fails its job, we're back down to here pretty quick. So I need to see it break, and likely, here's the flow I want, right? I want out of here, back to here, then up, this is where I want my involvement at, right? That's where I would ideally like my involvement. Yes, because when you range, if you initiate, there's such a good chance of mitigation prior to continuation that like longing in here to get taken out on the mitigation for continuation just doesn't work for me. It just doesn't work for me. And I don't know if it's going to make it all the way up to there because it's like pretty far up, right? Like if you're like, oh yeah, but you know, I mean, like that's like a 10% move from this range to supply, right? I don't know if it's going to make it all the way up there. I have no idea if it's going to make it all the way up there. Maybe we should. Well, I mean, we're going to leave that at the 12-hour block. I'm going to leave it there, and we'll just we'll add on to it is what we'll do. Add on to that sucker. Maybe it hits off a little bit lower. Maybe it. You know, it's just no. It's a no. I want to see it initiate out of here, and then I want to see it come back. And quite honestly, I probably want to see it literally come back for this range that we're just breaking this thing right here. That's probably exactly where I want to see it come back for. So yeah, my long trade for Unify. That is all around, a long way of saying my long trade for Unify is here, and that is going to be you know, with a potential target of back up to the highs. I'm not saying it's gonna happen, but definitely could. So I'm gonna look at it probably along those lines. And then did we hit the right button? Of course we didn't hit the right. Why the hell would we hit the right button? Why would we do that? With a hope of potentially, you know, something like that, right? Something like that. I think I would much rather something like that. Yes. Yes. That would be that'd be pretty. That'd be pretty, man. That'd be pretty. Hey, Alex Crypto. What's up, bro? What's up, bro? What is the deviation percentage you're looking on to confirm an SFP or a clean break of structure? It's 25%. It's 25%, but you know, there's a. I wish I could just tell you it's just that easy. So yeah, my deviation template is this template here. 0, 1.25, 0.5, negative 2.5, and 0.1. And your market structure points as you draw it would be this is your high, and this is your low, and these are your deviation thresholds. For your concepts of like your power of 3 sort of manipulations for your expansions kind of thing. That's my template for it. That's what I use. It takes some getting used to. Okay, it takes some getting used to. I can't stress that it is not as easy as. Let me actually put this range tool on some candles, and let's make some comparisons here. I don't know. Can I get a give me a fucking chart that I can wipe real quick, fast, make it fast. Here we go. All right, remove 8 drawings. Okay, so say you're taking your range right here, and that's my low of the range, and then we put this template on, right? Okay, so it's not just as simple as shorting. It's just shorting up here for me, right? It's not that simple for me. It really depends how it gets here. It totally depends how it gets there. If you come up above this level, printing 4-hour candles that look like this, like the chances of this deviation threshold working is so fucking slim. Like it's quite likely not going to work. I need in these circumstances, which they're fairly rare. They happen often enough to talk about it, so I do appreciate you bringing it up. But I want to see something where you have clear liquidity left over, and then I want to see it come, you know, kind of like crawl and then like pop up into here, and then I want to see it range inside of here, and then I want to see it lose the range inside of there. And then you really still, you can only target this last kind of guy right here until you break that also. And then you go, hey, man, I caught myself a range deviation, and we're likely to get back down to the bottom. Good question. Thanks for bringing that up. Nick, what up, my man? J Baz. Hey, yeah, we'll take a peek at Super for sure. We'll take a peek at Super. I don't think fuck all is happening on Bitcoin. Things happening over here. Oh, God, why'd you have to make today so boring, Bitcoin? What a loser. All right, let's go do Super. Well, can we hit a few more wrong buttons? Oh, and then the worst thing is like I like bandages on my fingertips, and that's not helping me do anything. Um, okay, so super. What do we got here? What do we got here? So obviously we had this guy. Boom, boom, boom. Hey, I wonder if this is. Let's just for shits and giggles. Let's do this real quick. Did I pull that wrong? Are we on logarithmic? What are we? We are on logarithmic. Okay, well, it's outside of the threshold anyway, so we can just move on with our lives, and we can call this a break. Cool. So the tool made itself handy anyway, right? So we can say that, hey, yeah, quite likely this is a initiation and mitigation for potential continuation, right? Cool. All right. Now what do we have locally? What do we have locally here? So obviously, yeah, I'd like to see some of this lower stuff swept. Really, probably more of that guy than anything else. And we'll just bump this guy up to here and slap you down to there, and then kick you down there because you probably never fucking happen. And we'll kick you down there because you're probably not going to fucking happen either. And let's get rid of this. Let's see. So we do have a 4-hour high right here. I don't think my answer lies on the 4-hour. That's the 4-hour high. Okay. Boom, boom, boom. Up. My thoughts on super is likely up. I'm trying to put this thing to use since somebody asked about it. Yeah, my thoughts on super is likely up. This is kind of what I'm talking about when you lose it and you range and then you come up, right? Inside of this deviation area here. Yeah, this is more what I'm talking about here. Yeah, that looks to be the case. All right. So if we're coming for something like this or something like this 4-hour high right here, and we have locally done a similar issue of a range with an initiation, right? How far out of this thing are we? Barely out of there so far. Let's step up. 45, almost 90. Found you. I found you, my guy. You no hide from me. I founded you. This is where I would ideally like to trade it from. for, like an initiation, mitigation, continuation up to the 4 hour high, and then potentially, up to this guy. Because if you can crack your 4 hour high, well, then I reckon you're coming there next. You do have this supply left on here, so let's get this marked. Boom. Well, it's a cool color, but not what I asked for. Not what I asked for. Actually, I'm sure it's the button I clicked because I can't click a fucking right button to save my goddamn life. Okay, so now let's. Yeah. So I'm thinking something along with these lines. Uh, Boom up to your 4 hour high as your target one. And then let's label that as so. And then yeah, I'm like Loki. I'm worried about this high at 1.65, but I think I would look to this up here as target two. Let's get some of these doodle bugs out of here. Yeah, and I mean, like, it might be a big ask to come back and mitigate this. That may not happen, right? So you might have to sort of monitor as new structure develops, as it starts moving up towards some of these targets. Yeah, it might not do it, right? It may not come back and mitigate that. It'd be hella nice if it does. Doesn't seem completely unrealistic so far. But see, here's the trouble though, is that I really want it further above this high before it mitigates. I don't want it to turn right around at this high because this low has a job to do. Okay. It was hired by some cold hard thugs, and its job was to take out the high that created it. But so if it like kind of fails at that job, then that's not going to be a good look. It's not going to be a good look if it was hired and it was a lazy worker and was bad at its job. It's not going to be a great look for it. So please break and then come back. Yeah, so that's my hey Alex, love you too, buddy. Cup and handle. No cup and handle crap here. No guppy handle crap here. Oh, I see what you're talking about. Your little cup handle thing. Yeah. So which is I'm just guys. I suck at patterns. I don't train my brain to look for them. So for this right here, like I just don't like. Sure, maybe it is a cup and handle, right? For me, for me, what this is, and this is just my style. I really have no interest in being disrespectful about this, right? I see that we kind of range out here, starting to fail at the lows. These highs are starting to get bad at their job of taking out the lows. So it looks like these guys are starting to get a little good, right? And then we pull this low. Come back up, still can't quite crack it. But the moral of the story here, let me cut to the chase, all right? Let me cut to the goddamn chase, okay? So you do break your structure coming out of here. This guy right here. And that confirms demand. And you come back and mitigate that demand. And then your leg of price from here to here flips bullishly again right after the mitigation of this demand and takes a run back up to that high. I think that's how we got there. I think that's why the chart looks the way it does. It's just a difference of how I look at things. Not saying anything other than I just have a slightly different approach. All right, what are we on to next? What are we on to next, man? And you're very welcome, Jay Bass. You're welcome, homie. Hope your holiday was good. Hopefully you got up into did you get up into Durango and do any skiing, bro? It's like that should be pretty close to you, right? Unless I'm just totally crazy and I actually have no recollection of where you actually live. But I feel like you're not far from Durango. Or I'm actually insane and have you completely confused with somebody else. Can we please stay? Oh, FWT Todd. I was kind of wondering about that myself, bro. I was kind of wondering about that. I was thinking about that the other day. Because I think I stumbled across it and was like, well, it hit that weird looking place of demand. Um, well, it did hit it. It's in it. It's there. This thing has so bad. It's the liquidity on these. I don't. It just this thing moves so weird, dude. It moves so weird. It's in it. It's in the spot. Yeah. It's going to need to turn around and take out all these zeros in the 2104300. Yeah, it's going to need to come back there like stat, homie. Get your ass back up there and break it, and then I think we start to look more like we did this higher low for potential higher high. So yeah, it needs to. It's going to need to get its act together here real dang quick. It's one. It's a one cup, two girls. Oh damn. I'm gonna come out of the woodwork with my usual Ondo. I was looking. I wanted to trade Ondo, and then it was rude. It was rude to me. I put on a nice shirt. I polished my dancing shoes. I put on some cologne, brushed my teeth, shaved, got a nice haircut, showed up to the dance floor. Ondo was dancing with somebody else. She was dancing with somebody else. It was really rude because I was thoroughly looking forward to our date. But she wasn't waiting for me. She wasn't waiting for me. Boom. Okay, so yeah, this is the last chart I posted on Ondo. Was saying, "Yo, my man," and what now? Um, yeah, yeah. All right. Okay. Anyways, I've had enough fun. Um, hmm, 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 hmm. Okay, so I don't think it's going to happen. Okay, I don't think it's going to happen, but there's the potential that we could print a 1, 2, 3 Model One redistribution. It's there. I don't think it's going to happen. I don't think it's going to happen. Right now, see, it sucks because it's not the cleanest. It's really not the cleanest. But essentially, from your low, I think we were just doing TEA on this like yesterday. From your low to your high, you have one, two pullbacks, with two lows on this leg of price. And so if you lose this one, well, then you're likely coming clean back down to this guy, right? So having said that, um, yeah, any kind of re-entry into an area like that, I think could be uh, pretty interesting. Pretty interesting indeed, because we are about to trade up into a gap. Um, so yeah, if you could get me back down in, if you could get me back down in whatever half 182, if you get me back down into there, then I wanna go for it. But this does have the same local problem though. I need to see it clear that high. I don't want to. I don't want to. You know what I mean? Like it just doesn't. The low has a job to do. Okay, this low it has a job to do, and its job is to take out the high that created it. Well, I guess that was that high. Um, yeah, just I want to see it a little bit higher before it comes back, which looks like it's more than willing to cooperate with my wants and desires. But does it come back, right? Does it come back? I have no idea, man. This thing is trading into a gap. It could race right up there. But you know, like if you drag your entry up to here and you even just try and cover this honestly fairly shitty looking place of demand, your risk to reward starts to look like dog shit already. So no retrace, no trade, and that's just is what it is. It just is what it is. Um, Now, is there a short to be had out of that spot? Yeah, yeah, there is. I think there is a short to be had out of there, and I'm down for either. I'm down for either. Down for either. But like I'd really prefer to reverse the order of these. I'd really prefer to reverse the order of these. I'd rather see this initiation, mitigation, continuation. That's what I would much rather see. Um, and considering we are trading into a gap right now, there's no reason for it to pull back right here. So this may actually run all the way up here, get a little bit of turbulence, come back down, mitigating the prior demand range, and then take a run for it. Yep. Yep. So yeah, that's kind of where I'm at with it. That's where I'm at with it. Totally down for this long, but it needs to kind of like roll over back into here. Where's VWAP sit in all this mess? Is VWAP in and about there? Not even fucking close, huh? No, no love there. God, that messed my chart up. Hey. Da-da-da. Yeah, it's tough, right? So let's say it turns around and comes back for this guy right now. Be careful, man, because you've not cleared this range high yet. You barely got above that one. So that would I would still have to caution that. Yeah, you just need just be careful. That's all. Just be careful, motherfucker. Be careful. Stop. I'm not gorgeous, man. I'm an ugly hippie. Yes, Felipe, we did take a look at Doge. You can go back for all the talks about it, but essentially, I'm looking at here's what I want to happen. I want it to come to have done this, which is already done, and then I want it to come back out of supply, back into demand, and then set a higher high out of an area like this. Ideally, this is my favorite area. Yeah, I'd like to see it come back and set a higher high out of that. That was my two thoughts on Doge, and it's 8:23 in the morning for me. You guys got any you got any other? Oh, yeah. Well, yeah, but Alex, I think you gave Ondo from like. I thought you gave Ondo from like something way cooler, like here. Didn't you give Ondo like here? INJ for Alex. Thanks, bro. I must have missed that. Um, yeah, I thought you talked about Ondo down. Oh no. No, whatever. I don't know. I remember you called an epic one, but it was like a ninja bottom, like a standard Alex ninja bottom, uh, as opposed to like continuation. I just don't recall that. But I believe you, bro. I believe you. I'm not here to question the god. ING. All right, what do we got here? What do we got here? Well, apparently I had rude thoughts about this. Why was I being so rude? Why was I being so rude? Okay, all of a sudden, now that I'm standing out here looking at this, I'm going like, what if this Model 1 just turned into a, making these bigger because it's like bigger sort of structure. What if it just turned into a Model 2? It's kind of how I was looking at Bitcoin in this area. So, though I was looking at, I think, Bitcoin more locally as a Model 2 here. Interesting. Interesting. All right, let's go find a way to long this thing. And just hope that it wants to come back for us. Yeah, anything inside of this 4 hour block right here, I think I'm interested in. That'd be cool. That'd be cool. And I would want that as, okay, so you flip your 4 hour structure right here, come up. We set our first 4 hour low right here. So this low is now strong in nature. That's not the right, never is it the right drawing tool the first time. So that low is now strong in nature. This high is now weak in nature. We are coming into a section of supply here. Boom, 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 boom. Can that supply be refined at all if we say drop it to like maybe a 30? No, and actually, I think it looks like dog shit on the 30. I don't think that looks like very convincing supply at all to me on the 30. What happened here? I want to know about that because that's about halfway through. Boom, 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 boom. Okay, all right, okay, okay. Bear with me, bear with me. All right, so the spring took out its target. Cool. We retrace back to demand. Neat. We have the ability to come in here and form like a higher low for a higher high. So, yeah. And now, if we look at, if we say, okay, I'm approaching this a little bit different because I'm like, well, hold on, maybe we need to look at this from a swing perspective here. We are still in the discount of this local range of price from this high to this low. You might be, I might actually have a little bit of interest in something lower leverage with a longer time horizon on this. Yeah, I very much like the formation of this strong low right here. Okay, so let's start looking at some different risk to rewards. Assuming even an entry of here and a cover of the strong low for a target into this supply, which I actually do think is fairly significant. Yeah, 1.64. But that really and truly for me, that supply is just what triggers our higher high. If anything, I don't think that this takes us to a new low. No. Yeah, I don't. No, I don't. Yeah, I'm like, because I'm going like, well, wait a minute. If we can get back up to this high here, like that's a 6.67, and and then it's probably time to pull the ripcord at that point because you could mitigate back down quite far to go up. I think this looks interesting for a swing trade. I really do think this looks interesting for a swing trade. It could be a very boring one that you're in for a very, very long time. But I do think this looks very interesting for a swing trade. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Mm-hmm. 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 Yeah, man. Let's retrace. Let's get a little retrace on. Um. Ooh. Ooh. Where do I want my alert? I'm gonna put it right here. I'm gonna put it at about $22. Apparently, I don't have a plus button, so we're gonna have to. I'm gonna put it right here at this low. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna put it right there at that low, and I'm just gonna pray. I'm gonna pray. That's what I'm gonna do. Yep, it's done. That's what I'm gonna do. Isn't the US 500 daily bearish? I don't know what it is, but we'll take a look at it. Hey, good. I'm glad. Yeah. All right. US 500. US 500. What the fuck's a US 500? Daily bearish. Oh, is this like the S&P? Because it looks like the S&P. And no, I like this haircut, bro. I like this haircut. I got a good barber. He's a young dude, but I got a good barber. Yeah, I'd very much pay attention to that lower high right there. I very much pay attention to that. Yeah. Daily break of structure? Nah, not sold on that yet. I don't see a daily break, but I do see a lower high, um, and there are some gaps. I think this all looks better on the ES chart. Um, yeah, I think the major longs are down in zones like this, and I think it's lower highs and lower lows until we get there. Uh, well, unfortunately, Alex, yes, technically, that would be the case. Yeah, yeah. There's actually in the state that I live in, there's very specific legislation involved in that, and yeah, we train very specific. What's the term that I'm looking for? Like specific ways to talk to people to alleviate your liability in those situations. But yeah, yeah, in Arizona, they're can't speak for other states, but in Arizona, they are kind of particular about that. So the head scratcher for me is this damn Bitcoin chart. Because see, I was perfectly happy with an interaction of that and just going like, let's just get some of this liquidity out of the way, right? Um, but then it's like we already got one, two, three, four runs on that high. So if it comes up to it again, is it going to fail that high? I suspect it's not going to do that. I suspect that it is not going to do that. But I am kind of, I'm probably out of alerts. I need to upgrade TradingView one of these days. I do want to see what happens when we get to that high. So I'm going to set an alert at 97,844 because I still, never mind that one. That one was already taken. I want to come down and smooch those lows, man. A little smoochy. We're going up there though. We go. We go. We go. It's gonna happen. Gonna happen. All right. I got a little bit of I got a little bit of time. Oh, Sui. That was Sui. Did I? Oh, that was Sui. Oh, that was Sui that you gave the trade on. Uh, down there. Okay. Oh, Tyler has a bike. Tyler has a bike. Top of the morning, my guy. Got a public stream. Tyler's got a bike, and he likes to ride it really far, like really far, like ridiculously far. You got problems. Oh, dude. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? What else we have? It's just kind of it's a little bit of an odd day because normally I've got a little bit more juice in the pocket for stuff that's a little bit more local, and not really happening today. Oh, I like this though. Yeah, I don't hate that at all. I don't hate that at all. Um, that's a significant low right there, and it was strong in nature. And so if you can, now I know that this guy is still hanging out, but from an internal perspective, if we can come back around and break oh, no, from an internal, my bad, from an internal perspective, you just broke 4 hour structure and remitigated it. We're gonna take this high out. That's a faux show. That's a faux show. And I'm gonna say if you can get a retracement on whiff down into these areas here after breaking that high, which will happen. Um, I think you could rip this thing up, man. I think you could rip this up pretty damn far. I'd be taking it. I'd be taking it up to like target 1, target 2. Always the wrong one. I mean, it's at a 3R if you trade the break. ARB. Let's take a look at ARB and virtual. Super bullish narrative. Good on you for actually knowing their narratives. I do not know these things. ARB, 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 ARB. Well, ARB looks just like that whiff chart I just looked at. Move that out of the way, and you have that same sort of pull your internal low, break your 4 hour market structure, remit. Well, I mean, maybe not the most gorgeous remitigation. You're going to continue, and you're going to take out this high up here. Let's get rid of these. Anything inside of this area here, I think, is a great long trade on ARB. Yeah, anything between there and this strong low. Now that strong low's not on the 4 hour time frame; it's probably about the 2 hour time frame. But if you could get a retracement into here, run it for a target 1 of there, with an anticipation of a break on target 1. That doesn't mean you don't fucking pay yourself though. And then what is it? It's got to be on a different time frame. 6, no. 8, no. 12. Kinda 16, no, 8. I don't know. I'm still slightly worried about this area right here. It's not the way I'd really want that to look, but I am still kind of worried about there. So run that as your target 2. Let's just get that all the way down to there. Oh, God damn. Can we get some retracement, please? Please, 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 please. All right. And virtual. I don't think I have that one on my list. Virtual. Give me the bot bit. Nope, I don't want spot. I don't want spot. I do not want that. SDT.P. Please. Well, I'm kind of get what you're saying about this super bullish narrative here. And it is has not been coming back for well, that came back for that perfectly. All right, so all of this right here is demand. And you know, your unmitigated order block with imbalance is right here. I don't know, not that we have to make it down there. We definitely don't have to make it down there. Let's get in and take a look here. It looks pretty bullish, Alex. Looks pretty bullish. Looks pretty bullish. So you flip your 10-minute structure right here. That's the highest time frame structure in between that high and this low. Forming demand. You're mitigating it. I'm along it, bro. I'm scraping the internet for something to trade this morning. I'm along this thing. Yeah, because if I enter here with a target of there, it's not the best risk to reward. I'm covering, it's not the best risk to reward. I will say that, but I'm going to trade it. So bear with me a moment. No. Spot. Can I leverage? Well, if it lets me leverage trade it, I suppose. Hey, it's a new listing. My exchange has it. Yay. What do you think? Probably 100x cross margin. Eee, she moves. All right, and stop loss, please. Give me that stop loss. All right, all right. I'm in on virtual. I like it. I like it, my man. Thanks, homie. Thanks. Brew, according to your deviation theory, does BTC have a 15-minute bearish structure now, or just a deviation low at 96.033? Daniel Dean, what's up? Long time no see. Long time no chat. BTC bearish 15-minute structure. $96.033. 96.033. So we're talking about like this low right here. And you're wondering if that, no, it's definitely not. So I'm like, I believe, best I can tell, you're looking at this break here, and maybe you're measuring deviation from there to, no, from there to there, like maybe, but we can make it's a short answer to the question, because your 15-minute structure from this high to this low flows like this. There's your 15-minute structure. And that 15-minute structure is currently bullish. JRMO. I do have some thoughts on FTM. I don't like it. It's upsetting me. And me and it are not friends right now. We're not friends at the moment. Plenty of thoughts about it, and we're not friends. You asshole. What was this? Excuse me? You Point clicker. Like larger time frame. Yeah, here's my thoughts on FTM. Larger time frame is boom, 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 boom. After here, I don't know. I really don't know. But I think larger time frame. Yeah, I think we come from here and take that high out. But locally, it was really rude. Oh, I get it now. Man, see, internal versus external. I get tripped up too, man. I was looking at this internal demand right here going, oh, okay, like this leg could break down if we lose this. So like that's a great place to trade. Um, it was all the story of that low is in your external market structure over here. Where we come down and then up and then down and then up and then break and then confirm demand. You son of a bitch. I missed it. I missed that. Oh, God damn, I can't believe I missed that. Oh well. But yeah, locally to hop into a position though, things are gonna have to change for me. I need to at this point in time, now that we already have this sort of action at hand, I need to see a break of this, a mitigation, continuation. I can't get involved until here. So yeah, I can't get involved until then. Like if I was really chomping at the bit to trade FTM, which maybe I should just to seek my revenge. I never took an entry on it. It slipped my hands. I would want an alert at this local high that I've labeled target 2 at 86.30. I would just want an alert there so that I know like, okay, like this order flow objective has been completed. And then I would start monitoring what happens after that. Like can we come, let me delete some of this garbage here real quick. As we come up to the high, can we do one of these and leave some manner of demand, and then the alert triggers here, and then we're looking for retracement back down into these areas for continuation. I like that. That would be the only alert I would have on this would be where I have my target 2 indicated, and then that would just be to as a reminder to go back to the chart and freshen up the TA and look for where the most logical point to return and mitigate to is. And yes, SPX USDT. I'm sorry, that was up there. I read it. I'm not trying to be rude. I got you. I got you. SPX. Nope. 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 This thing. This thing. This sucker. Okay. All right. Let's freshen her up. Okay. Let's freshen her on up. So yeah, we did indeed hit what I was hoping for on this guy. As a matter of fact, we even took out that high right there. Cool. All right. So take that, kick it down the line. Nobody cares. Get you out of the way. Following the structure from here up, down, up, down, up, down. Blah 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 blah. Boom, break. Your inefficiency on the chart is right here. These 2 daily candles. There's your inefficiency. Your demand that existed right prior to that is this daily order block right here. We hit it. We run. Okay. 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 Without leaving the daily, we run off of that guy. Come up, down, boom, run up again, break our daily internally. External daily break is over here. So we get this internal break. We come back for that guy right there. That's the one that created the inefficiency. This big old daily candle right here. Come back, mitigate that, and then we look to march further north still. So it'd be really cool is if we could find some local resistance. This is a long shot. This is a fucking long shot. Yeah, don't love this. Can I? Oh, let's see. It's this wick right here. That's my issue. Eh, eh. I'm gonna leave it down there. Where can we get some resistance? It'd be cool if you could immediately return for this. That'd be nice. What's it running towards? Oh, this high. And furthermore, I think I would like to do this. Yeah, this whole area for me is a long zone. Because it's more of a swing perspective for me. Of a run back up to that high. Yeah, it's a bit more of a swing perspective for me. So it's whatever. This is it. This is how I look at this chart. This is how I look at this chart. And I think I'm actually going to do this, and this, and yeah, I think please get back into demand first. Please get back into demand first so that we can have that as a target one. Maybe right up in here. But please get back into demand first. Please do it. Do it, you bastard. Yeah, yeah. I want this, this longer leg. Yeah, something along these lines is what I want. HNY for Alexandria. G. Top of the morning, Alexandria. HNY. I don't think I have that on my watch list. We'll go pull it up. HNY. Crypto. Karit. Karit. Nope. Nope. I don't know what HNY means. Happy New Year. Happy New Year, Alexandria G. Turns out you should go. You should go make a Happy New Year coin so we could do some TA on it next year. All right. Oh Lord. Oh Lord. I should probably load up virtual on one of these tabs. What was it? We did .p on Bybit, and maybe I should add this to my watch list. All right, guys, I only have, oh God, I really don't have any more time. I have just a couple more minutes. So, HNT? HNT? We do HNT? We do HNT? We do HNT, man. I don't think my exchange will ever let me trade this. I don't think I could. I don't think this is available as leverage trades. Ba, 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 ba. Okay, so this was a little bit of an older this is a little bit of an older idea, so we'll have to refresh this, right? So what this idea represented here was an initiation above here and a mitigation and a continuation to this high. That's what that position on there sort of is indicative of. So let's move that down and let's freshen up this TA here. Okay, so overall, I'd say that looks pretty good. Um, up, down, up, down, right? So this high had a job to do, and its job was to take out the high that created it. It was not very good at its job, so it returned to the low that created it. And after doing that, we form 4-hour market structure down here. We flip it bullishly. We enter into some supply. We experience some retracement. Now the question is going to be, do I like where this low got put in? So far, no, I don't. I really don't love it. I'm missing something. Guess you don't always have to love it. Okay, so we are re-entering supply again. So can we get back down into something like this? For something like this. Targets would be 1. Oh no, I'm sorry. 1. 2. 3. And then let's see, so boom, boom. 4. Pretty risky to after target 3. You could experience a large retracement after 3. That would be like 4, 5, and 6 is clear up here. It's not even on. It's not even visible. I can't even see it. It's like way up here. That's like target 6 clear up there. Get a label on this guy. That's how I would look at H&T currently. That's how I would look at it currently. Because remember, you have a 4-hour break in structure right here. So expectationally should be a higher low for a higher high. Oh, yeah, just long term. Sorry. I was lost in the sauce there, Janice, and sometimes I just get ahead of myself. Yeah, long term, long term, long term, long term. Like it wants this high for oh, show it wants that high, man. You break out of here, mitigate. That is your higher high, higher low, higher high. So yeah, long term, $11, 11 buckaroons. Yeah, yeah. All right, sweet. Is it? Oh, it's Friday, huh? No wonder. No wonder. Well, if it's Friday, does that mean I get a short that high? It might. Meaning that we get to short this high. I have an alert right here. Anyway, um, but yeah, yeah, it's Friday. It's Friday, so maybe we ought to look to short this. I don't know. Just thought. Maybe not a good one. But I'll let structure lead the way. Trading View is Trading View is having a conniption fit. Must be time to go. Must be time to go. Hey, you guys have a great morning. Thanks for joining me. Appreciate all of the requests for TA. That helps me a ton. Um, Thank you. Wish me luck on my virtuals, and you guys have a fantastic weekend. A fantastic weekend. One of these days I'll sleep more. All right. Oh, cheers. Cheers. Cheerio. 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 Hey, fine. You're welcome for the stream. And Alexandria G, back at you. Anthony Soprano and all the wonderful people. You all take care, all right? Y'all take care.